who's ready for a Christmas video? It is that time of year. I started pulling out all of the Christmas stuff. Honestly, this is the earliest I've ever done it, but my kids were very excited. This is Lindy from Love Create Celebrate. Welcome back to our channel. Today I'm showing how we decorated our modern Christmas tree. Christmas is definitely the season I decorate the most for. I really love to pull out all of the garlands, all of the trees, all of the little ornaments, but I still feel like our Christmas tree is more scaled back than a lot of the traditional Christmas trees I see. So I wanted to share some of the pieces that I love, some of the pieces that we're using regularly, and just show you how we put our Christmas tree together every year. Nothing else in my house is decorated, but I got the tree up and I hung some stockings so it didn't look too empty behind me. And I poured myself some hot cocoa because it'll help me get into the Christmas spirit. This is Russell's favorite part, for sure. He loves pulling out 10,000 bags of Christmas decor. Just kidding, he does not. This isn't an official step, but obviously the first thing you're gonna do is pull out all of your ornament and Christmas tree boxes. Last year was the first year that we really organized our Christmas decor. We got nice zip-up bags for our Christmas tree because the boxes kept breaking. And I got literally the best ornament organizer. I love this piece. It's so nice, doesn't get dust in it, keeps all the ornaments really nicely separated. And because of the way it's designed, you can pull the trays out really easily to see all of your ornaments at once. And you can modify the trays so that you can fit larger ornaments into slots, which I definitely needed to do when I put my ornaments away last year. So definitely will link this in the description for you guys. It is a lifesaver and will be a lifesaver again when I'm putting ornaments away this year. The first thing we're gonna do is pull out our tree collar. I got a tree collar for the first time this year and it feels like a massive game changer. I love the look of it. I love how it looks under the tree, just like the simplicity of it. Just such a good investment. I love the look of our tree collar. There's a ton of really beautiful ones out there. So I'll link a few of my favorites in the description box for you guys. Definitely highly recommended. Once you get your tree in place, my first recommendation is to add garlands. Now, I will recommend that we fluff the tree later on, but I have always found that when you fluff the tree, it's just not quite enough. Especially maybe because we always have our tree in front of the window. I really like to fill in those middle spots, especially the spots where the two tree pieces join when you have an artificial tree. There's always just some emptiness there that no matter how much you fluff your tree, it doesn't go away. We have a couple pre-lit garlands that we bought that plug in to the same plug as the tree, and we just wind those through. The next thing I do is add some extra lights. This year I experimented with these ones that fade in and out. I also put in some larger bulbs. This is especially nice at nighttime. Our original lights are LEDs, so it adds a little bit of a different glow to the tree. And the larger bulbs also add a larger light in different spots of the tree. The lights shine in kind of different sizes, and I find that it gives a really pretty effect. And the more lights you have to shine behind your sparkly bulbs, the better. I haven't had hot cocoa in a year, probably, so it tastes like heaven. It's so good. The next thing you want to do is fluff all those branches. Whether you bought a new tree or it's been sitting in storage for a year, it's gotten a little too flat. I particularly love this tree because it's already got a couple of different types of faux greenery in it, which brings in lots of different dimension. But we fluff every one of those branches. It's a little bit tedious. It's probably the most time-consuming part, but I think it makes the biggest difference in how full and lush your tree looks. The next thing I do is choose my ornaments and decorations based on a theme. I've done a few different ones in the past, some with reds and greens, some with rose golds and navy blues, but my favorite combination is the one I'm doing today, which is whites, beiges, greens, and blacks. Once all of the nitty-gritty stuff is done, this is where I add my tree star and my tree skirt if I didn't have a collar. Do not wait until the end to add that tree star, especially if you have a tall tree like we do, because you are inevitably gonna knock some ornaments over. I wait until we've fluffed everything because that always causes the tree to shift around. But once it's all fluffed and ready, the star goes on top and then we're ready to move on to the ornaments. If you're like me and you have some ornament spinners, this is the time to add those on. So we have ornament spinners that don't attach to LED lights, which is another great reason we put that lit garland inside, because we can add the ornament spinners to that garland. We just need to kind of strategically place it so that the ornament spinners have lots of room for the ornaments to spin around. Also, since we're in the middle, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out on all the good Christmas content that's coming in the next few weeks. So the next thing I do is put my picks into the tree. I use a variety of different evergreen branches. When I did a red tree, I used branches with beautiful little red berries on them that poked out all over the tree. Other years I've put some snowy or frosted branches in to add a little bit of a wintry flair. This year, I just put some other pine branches with a different looking faux leaf and some pine cones. The picks give it just that little bit of extra texture that take it from a regular tree to a designer tree. Next, then we're gonna put garland or ribbon onto the tree. And if you're going for a minimalist or Scandinavian vibe, you might not wanna put any garland on, which is totally fine and also looks amazing. I have put ribbon on before, but I find it leans much more traditional to put the ribbon in. So the last few years, I've opted just for a beaded, simple garland, and I really love the look of that. The trick to putting one of these beaded garlands on is just to make sure that it flows nicely between the branches. It might take a bunch of adjusting, just pulling the garland up and down here and there, maybe moving aside some of the branches that you've already fluffed. I try to make it so that the garland is only resting on the branches I want it to and not resting on any branches in between. It's time to put the rest of the ornaments on. This step is the reason that this video took 2 days to film, because my kids really wanted to be a part of the ornament placing and decorating. Christmas is fun, it's about family. So when they asked if they could do it, even though I was making this professional designer video, obviously I said yes to them. It brings them so much joy, it was so sweet. Am I gonna move most of the ornaments? Absolutely I am. Are they gonna put ones on that I'm not gonna leave on the tree? Absolutely. But they also have a second tree that's all theirs that all of the other ornaments will go on after. So they get to have fun decorating this tree, and then they'll have fun decorating the other tree as well. When it comes to putting ornaments on the tree, I have quite a few that I've collected over the years. To start, I usually have a base set of bulbs, the cheaper ones that usually come in bulk and that match my color scheme. After that, I have a bunch of really affordable DIY ornaments that I've made, including some from my Scandinavian DIY video, which I will link here up top for you. I'll also be adding more dollar store ornaments this year, so stay tuned for that. And then I have my more specialty ornaments. I try to buy ornaments in a variety of sizes, in a variety of colors, in a variety of textures, and in a variety of shapes. All of those things mixed together throughout your tree make for a really beautifully pulled together tree. The next thing I do once all of your beautiful ornaments are in place is I put all of my pre-wrapped faux presents under the tree. Last year I did a whole video on how I do my eco-friendly gift wrapping. You'll see I used some of the same elements again this year, wrapped a bunch of presents that fit my overall tree theme and put them all alongside the tree. I really feel like a Christmas tree is done once it has the faux gifts underneath. It just finishes it off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing our tree come together. If you did, please give this video a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, hit the bell so you don't miss out on future DIY and home renovation videos. Thanks for watching.